You're one of the youngest presidents in Africa. You're 33 years old. You ride bikes, play the guitar, wear military fatigues with no medals, and your country adores you. You're preaching anti-imperialism, fighting corruption, refusing foreign aid, and then, boom. You're gunned down in your own government building. And the guy who replaces you, your best friend. Welcome to Whispers of Alkebulan, where we uncover Africa's untold truths for your enlightenment. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share for more African stories that they don't want you to know the truth about. This is the story of Thomas Sankara, Africa's Che Guevara, and how Blaise Compaoré went from his right-hand man to the man who had him killed. Thomas Sankara became president of Burkina Faso in 1983, after a coup that, ironically, Compaoré helped him pull off. Sankara wasn't your typical president. He cut his own salary, sold off government limos, made ministers drive around in cheap cars. He renamed the country from Upper Volta to Burkina Faso, which means the land of upright people. He banned female genital mutilation, pushed for women's rights, planted millions of trees to fight desertification, and started local production to make the country self-reliant. But not everyone loved him, especially not the elites, France, or even some people close to him. Here's where things get messy. Sankara was getting more radical. He called out corrupt African leaders and former colonizers at international events. He was making powerful enemies. Meanwhile, Blaise Compaoré, his supposed best friend and closest ally, was getting uncomfortable. Blaise was more pragmatic. He wasn't really about all the anti-imperialist speeches. He was also getting cozy with leaders in Côte d'Ivoire and France who didn't like Sankara's vibe. Behind the scenes, people say Sankara started isolating himself politically. Rumors of paranoia, trust issues, and Blaise. He was quietly building a faction of loyal military officers. October 15, 1987. Sankara gets invited to a meeting at the Conseil de l'Entente, kind of like a government compound. He shows up, unarmed, as usual. Minutes later, gunshots ring out. Sankara and 12 of his men are killed. Just like that. No trial. No warning. Blaise Compaoré appears on TV that same night, claiming Sankara died in a tragic accident. Seriously. Blaise becomes president immediately. No election. He reverses almost everything Sankara did, opens the country back up to foreign aid, cuts revolutionary programs. Suddenly, Burkina Faso is friendly again with France and its neighbors. Sankara's body is buried in an unmarked grave. Talking about him becomes taboo. For 27 years, Blaise Compaoré rules Burkina Faso. Meanwhile, Sankara becomes a symbol, a martyr. Murals, documentaries, rap lyrics. People didn't forget. Fast forward to 2014. The people rise up. Massive protests force Blaise Compaoré to resign and flee the country. And then, in 2021, nearly 34 years after the murder, a trial begins. Blaise, in exile, is charged in absentia. In 2022, he's sentenced to life in prison for the assassination of Sankara. You know what the wild part is? He still hasn't served a day. He's relaxing in Côte d'Ivoire, enjoying life. But at least, officially, the truth is no longer a secret. Sankara's spirit didn't die with him. Today, a new name is rising in the same land, Ibrahim Traoré, the current president of Burkina Faso. Just like Sankara, he's young, bold, and unafraid to call out neo-colonial powers. He wears military fatigues, speaks directly to the people, and talks about sovereignty, dignity, and self-reliance. Sound familiar? Some are already calling him Sankara 2.0. And whether you agree with everything he does or not, one thing's for sure, he's reigniting that revolutionary flame Sankara lit decades ago. In a time when many African leaders still bow to foreign influence, Traoré is standing tall, and people across the continent are watching. Because maybe, just maybe, Sankara's dream didn't die. Maybe it just went underground, waiting for someone brave enough to whisper it back into the light. So yeah, that's the story of how Thomas Sankara, one of Africa's boldest leaders, was assassinated by the guy who once called him brother. Power, loyalty, betrayal. It's a real-life Shakespeare play, just with military fatigues and AK-47s. And the lesson? In politics, especially in post-colonial Africa, idealism can get you killed. Rest in peace, Sankara. Let me know what story you want next. Like, subscribe and share.